Back on This Week in Football, presented by Geico, taking a look at the bio for Giants corner Aaron Ross. Was the Giants' first-round pick in 2007, a two-time Super Bowl champion. And, you may be saying, well, why are we looking at Aaron Ross's bio right now? Well, we'll tell you why, because he's here with us today on set. And let me tell you, Aaron, instantly you become the best-dressed man on this show. I mean, look at that. You came through in the clutch, my friend. So thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, Aaron, first of all, your health, obviously, season-ending injury. Just as an athlete, as part of a football team where we know there's such a tight brotherhood, when you get injured, how do you still go through the season? Are you still hanging on every play with your teammates? How does that work?
It's rough in the beginning, to be honest with you, because you want to be out there. And it's the first couple of weeks is kind of hard to watch it, to be around the guys. But like you said, it's a brotherhood, so you want to be there for them, especially for me being an older guy. I want to be there for the younger guys and kind of teach them the ropes and get them through, because filling in that secondary back there is a tough job. Yeah. So I just want to stick around and help the younger guys.
And when you have an injury like your injury, I mean, a vertebrae injury, I mean, that's obviously something of a more serious nature, and you are a veteran. Do you go through this season now thinking, I may not get back on that field ever again?
Well, my injury, thank God, that it wasn't as serious as we thought it was. We didn't know that if I was going to be out 3 weeks or 9 weeks. So it took about 4 weeks for me to start feeling better. Now I feel really, really good, and thank God that I'm not out. It's not a career-ending injury. It's just a season-ending, and I feel really good. I wish the IR wasn't as it is, but I feel like I can go now.
So, Aaron, you were hurt in the fourth game of the season, and at that point, the Giants are 0-4. It got to 0-6. Now, they fought back to 3-6. What do you think the mood is in the locker room these days, just in terms of, closing the gap on the Cowboys and the Eagles and having a shot to win the division?
Definitely happy. I went up and saw the guys yesterday. Saw Coach Coughlin. He had a huge smile on his face. So starting off 0-6 and as a Giant in New York is tough. So to get 3 wins under your belt back to back, that's a huge lift off of your shoulders. So of course we still have a long way to go to fight back in to get back in the NFC East division. But right now the spirits are high. We had a great addition with Beeson coming in, and I think that's a huge help for us right now.
Yeah, he has looked terrific. And I mean, Aaron, I know you guys have played some really poor quarterbacking play over the last 3 wins. I mean, between Terrell Pryor and what we saw this past week, and then what happened with the Eagles and Vic going into Barkley, and obviously Josh Freeman was a disaster that night for the Vikings. But have you seen things from the defense over this 3-game winning streak that make you think, you know what, we have something going here, and this is sustainable even when we go up against some better quarterbacks? Definitely.
Coach Field, he's putting together great game plans as I look on each week. And like I said, having a leader come in like Beeson to be the quarterback of our defense, it speaks volumes of how far we've come from week 1 through 6 before he got there. So he's really doing a great job for our defense right now.
Just a couple of weeks ago, it appeared this game against Green Bay on Sunday would be a difficult game to win, going against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Now Aaron Rodgers won't be there, and Scott Tolzien, a player that, probably a lot of the Giants' defensive players probably didn't even heard of until this week. How does that affect preparation when, at one point you think you're going to face Aaron Rodgers, one of the best in the league, and now you're going against a guy who you barely know who he is?
It's hard because you don't have any film on him, so it's kind of difficult. But of course, with losing Aaron Rodgers, it's kind of a bonus in the Giants category. But facing a guy that you've never seen before, you don't know what type of game he's going to come with, what type of game plan that they're going to try to help him with, and it's kind of difficult not knowing what you're going to go up against.
You've always heard the expression, to be the best, you want to beat the best. But that's probably, in a case like this, I mean, you never want to see anybody get hurt.
Exactly.
But you just as soon not face Aaron Rodgers if you don't have to. Wouldn't that be the case?
Of course, like you said, you want to play the best out there, but if you don't have to face Aaron Rodgers and we can get that 4th win, we'll take all the all the advantages that we can take right now.
You know, Aaron, when you look at this division, we see the way things have played out this year. Obviously, it's been tough for every team to get wins in the NFC East, and the Cowboys have a lot of issues going on right now defensively. I mean, they are just being cut up.
Right.
So do you feel like, I mean, is your expectation right now, oh, we're going to come back, we're going to end up winning this thing?
I always believe that. The 2 Super Bowls that we started off with, we started off on a rocky road and ended up strong. So that's part of our resume, to start off a little rocky and the month of November, December to end really strong. So hopefully we can just keep pushing. The team can get stronger, we can get healthier, and we can move on and win this NFC East.
Well, that is certainly the goal. You know, one last thing. We were talking about this earlier, but Eli Manning and his struggles, like even as everything else with your team has seemingly come together from earlier this year, he continues to struggle. And we know how much pressure he puts on himself. Do you think he's been able to enjoy these wins, or is he still thinking about his own performance and how he needs to get better?
Well, knowing Eli, he's a perfectionist. He's the first one in and the last one to leave. So, of course, he'll be the first one to tell you that he wants to be the one to perform better than everybody on the field. But a win is a win. We'll take them however we can, and I'm sure Eli, as long as we get that W, he can work on next week to see if he can have a better showing. So we'll always take that win.